Welcome back to my channel. It's Plain Decoded. I'm going to decode the Super Bowl astrologically, and it starts at 4:30 in Glendale, Arizona, February 12th, 2023. The favorite is the Eagles. They're minus 120 on the money line, minus 1 on the spread. So they get the first and the 10th house. The first house has Leo in it, ruled by the sun. So Lord 1 is the sun, and the 10th house has Aries in it, ruled by Mars, but because of this part of fortune is in the 10th house, it's going to give priority as the disposer of the part of fortune. So the favorite only has one significator, and that's the sun, and Mars is going to be the dispositor of the part of fortune. The 7th house has Aquarius in it, ruled by Saturn, and so Lord 7 is going to be Saturn, and that's for the dog. And then they also get the 4th house, which has Libra in it, ruled by Venus, and so Lord 4 will be Venus. So the favorite has the sun, and the dog has Saturn, and has Venus as significators. Okay, so what to look for is what the significators are doing, what the moon is doing, and what the part of fortune is doing, and the antiscia of the part of fortune. So the sun is just sitting over here inside the 7th house, and it's not close enough to the cusp to do anything. It's just sitting there. It's kind of close to Saturn, but the combustion, if it was to be effective, it has to be within 2 degrees, and it's at about 3 degrees. Okay, so then the disposer of the part of fortune is Mars, and it is up in the 11th house. It's not doing anything. The antiscia of it is being trine, though. So here's the moon, and the trine up to the antiscia of Mars up here in the 12th house. So that's a minor testimony for the favorite. And if the favorite didn't have the part of fortune in that, I would say the favorite wins for sure. But because its priority is changed, I'm going to just use the rules and leave it as it is. So there's a minor testimony for the favorite. And for the underdog, the Saturn is in the 8th house, and Saturn is far from the cusp. Right at the broadcast time, it's not sextile the part of fortune, but at 37 after it is. So if this game kicks off before 37 after, I'm going to say that I like the Eagles. If it kicks off after 37 after, I'm going to say I like the Chiefs, because that's when this perfects. So I'll go up to 37 after. So here we have the Saturn is sextile the part of fortune, and that's a minor testimony for the underdog, and it's perfected right at 37 after. Actually, this is 37 after and 30 seconds, but 37 after generally. So anytime after that is okay until it gets more than 4 degrees away, which would be like maybe 45 after. So here it's at 29 and 27. So it's getting close. So the further away it gets, the worse it is. But I think it'll be kicked off by then. So at any point after 37 after is better for the underdog. And then the sun here is conjunct by 2 degrees the south node, which is bad. So before 37 after, I think the Eagles should win. After 37 after, I think the Chiefs should win. And overall, this game is just not very clear. Even in the gematria community, I know that everybody's like all over the place, and everyone like set 269 for the coach, because that's the 57th prime of the Chiefs, right? So not too clear on that. So now the next thing is the drives and times, and I could only compare it to the games that were in the NHL yesterday that happened, because it's a 4:30 game, and the only game that was going on then is the Bruins and the Capitals and the Panthers game. So I was just the ones that I have check mark are ones that I saw in those games, and the double checks are the ones I like the most. But unfortunately, this double check time, well, actually this first double check time, the 5:41 is good, and then I have possible halftime around 6. But this 6:06 time I really like if it's not halftime. I really like that. I like the 5:41 time. And then the single check marks, I'm looking for those to come through, because I saw them come through in the hockey games the day before. The question marks ones are ones that usually come through, but I just didn't see it. And yeah, so I'll post these notes in my description. And this one might be better. I might upgrade this one. This one tends to come through. The double check that, so at 518 aMoon Cusp DSC, that one usually comes through normally. That's like one that I look for. And 541, the APOF is Cusp the ASC. That's usually a really good one. It's been hitting in other forms of games during the week. Uranus conjunct the pattern of fortune. No, that's nothing to look for. And then at 606, this is a good one. Yeah, it's possibly during the halftime area, which sucks, but Lord 1, the Sun, Cusp the DSC, that's sunset, and Moon opposite the part of fortune, and Mars sextile the part antiscia the part of fortune. I would really like that. If that isn't halftime, that one should be really good. And then at 639, I've noticed that like when the sign changes, the new lords for those signs tend to take over. So at 639, I put NL1, so that means the antiscia of new Lord 1, Cusp the IC. That was crushing 2 weeks ago. And the antiscia of new Lord 1 is Mercury. So I'll put Mercury in there. So yeah, for my final thoughts, I think that if this game kicks off before 37 after, the Eagles should win because the dog would have one less testimony. And after that, I would take Chiefs spread and maybe live bet them. And I think if it does kick off at 4:37, the dog should score first. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing. Please like and subscribe if you're not. And consider joining my Patreon. It's patreon.com/plaindecoded. The link will be in the description as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.